Good day. It's nice to see you again. I would like to talk with you today about the sad case of Archie Battersbee, a frantic but possibly deluded mother, and the decisions of doctors which can, may and should be challenged in a court of law. Archie was found in a coma when his parents came home, as it is believed that he was taking part in some lunacy internet challenge which involved putting a rope or something around his neck and tying it tight and then trying to find out how long you last before you loosen that rope or ligature. Unfortunately, Archie did not manage to loosen that ligature, and he was in a coma, and when he was brought to the hospital, he was found by the medical tests and the consultants to be brain dead. Now, I can understand the mother and her attitude to what must be one of the most tragic and trying circumstances of a mother's life. But instead of taking the doctors and consultants' words at face value, she persisted in saying, no, he's not dead, he's only deeply asleep, or he's in a coma, and he'll wake up. And folks, this just isn't possible. There are no miracles. There are no sudden comings back to life. This just doesn't happen. But this mother, this Mrs. Battersbee, just didn't believe this. So she went to the High Court to try and persuade them to change the ruling of the doctors and the consultants and to keep her son on life support machinery, which keeps him breathing, which keeps his heart pumping round, until such time as she believed that he would wake up and be coming back to her in some way or other. But the judges at the High Court said one thing: I'm sorry, pet, but it's the way of the life. It just cannot work. And then they denied her application. So this woman with, you can just about understand the way things are, but she went to the appeal court. She managed to get an appeal court through, and the judges had a good look at the evidence, the medical tests and proof that this young boy was brain dead. And they said, I'm sorry, we are sorry, but you must accept the evidence which is placed before us. Your appeal is denied. You cannot have any more time. So she tried to go to the European Court of Human Rights because they still have a less than benign influence on British life. And once again, they declined to even look at the case because it wasn't in their purview. It's as simple as that. So this woman, grasping at straws, went to the United Nations, some committee or other, and they said, yeah, well, if you can persuade the doctors and the High Court judges to stay the ruling, we will have a look at it. But again, the judges said no. They have no standing in this case. And eventually, Mrs. Battersbee was at the end of the day, she had to accept that all her pleadings, all her cries for justice, for time, it was useless. It was inevitable. Archie, her son, her beloved son, was dead, legally dead, and she should turn the machines off, which she did. But then we read in the papers that she is demanding a meeting with the health secretary after her son's 12-year-old son's life was switched off after the life support mechanism. And she is claiming that she watched her son strangle himself to death. And this just isn't true. The boy was dead in every way possible. That the machinery which was keeping him alive in terms of still breathing, once those machines were switched off, the systems did as well. This appeal to a government minister on what I consider to be hysterics should not result in any sort of a movement to change the law. If a medical doctor says there's proof, intense proof, that things are as they should be and as they will be, you cannot get the law to change just because a truly sad but possibly more than a little bit hysterical mother wants them to be so. Archie died when he did that silly thing, and she should accept that and move on. I thank you for your time, and I thank you for listening to me.